You know, when I look at this lineup, when I look at the list of the 2000s, the 2010s, and then the 2020 versions of these same heroes, these iconic heroes that we have, all I can really feel is how far we've really come, how far things have actually changed from 2000 to 2020, bro. So it's like the 2000s, they had really grounded, kind of like humanistic kind of versions of these characters. We have like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, very grounded, very dual personality. The whole idea of like trying to battle with being Spider-Man and being Peter Parker, you know, like all of the 2000s characters kind of embodied that dual persona of battling internally with themselves. And then it's like the 2010s kind of dip into the more mythical, fantastical versions of all these characters. We have like a more divine Superman, a more mythical version of Batman. We kind of have these characters that are kind of pushed a little bit more past their humanistic traits. We got a time traveling Wolverine. We got like a more mythic, divine version of Superman, a more actual ethereal version of Superman that we actually had in 2010s as Henry Cavill. You kind of get that same mythical, fantastical feel from Ben Affleck's Batman as well as Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man as well. This time period really embodied the whole gritty superhero kind of mythic value of these characters. You can really see now in the 2020 era, we're kind of dipping more back into the more humanistic traits of these characters. These characters are really understanding what it really means to be human and really actually embody the role of being a superhero. Kind of back in the era where they're really just the human behind the mask, they're really embodying the dual role of actually being a superhero as well as actually putting on the mask and doing something greater with their power. It really is interesting to see that pretty much all of these different eras kind of embody the same kind of aspect among all these characters. It's really, really interesting to see that. It's like every single era has its own trend that has to be followed for the characters to really work within that time period. Now the real question is, what's really the best era of these superheroes? Is it the 2000s, is it the 2010s, or is it the 2020s? Me personally, I feel like the 2010s definitely was the most fun, most like action-packed version of these superheroes. But I really, really like what they're doing with the superheroes now. They're really bringing them back to a more humanistic kind of value, and I fucking love it, bro.